Super Saiyan God versus Super Saiyan God.
Yo, it's Nitro back with another DashFight Guide. I'm going to show y'all stuff on Blue Goku. I got a lot of stuff to show y'all, especially because I like this character and been using him for a long while now. So let's get right into it.
Alright, Super Saiyan God.
First you get to look at normals, key blast, special moves, and stuff like that. So his normals, his 5L, pretty stubby. It does go too far. His 2L also pretty stubby, but it's still good. Can be used for mix-ups, all that good stuff. His 2M reaches very far, but -10 on block. But I'm gonna show the usefulness for it later, actually. His 4M. Really special button. Nobody in this game, at least I don't believe so, nobody else has a 4M, not one like this anyways. -2 on block, goes pretty far, draws him back, so it's pretty hard to press on it. 5M, 10 frames, also -10, and still good. Can be used to close the distance on somebody when you're staggering, stuff like that. Also, you know, it is a medium starter. 5H goes extra far, just like 2M. 2M goes super far. 5H saw cross mounting with that 5H. That thing went hella far. So 5H, -8 on block, still pretty far. I'm gonna show usefulness for that also later. 5S, pretty fast. 6 of them, so that's really good. JS, what is that? It can be plus when you can if you angle it correctly. Or if you don't, honestly, it could just be plus. But it does have a lot of whiff recovery. Doesn't look like it does, but it is still -27 on whiff to -30 to -24. All that good stuff. They changed the 2H, so 2H has a lot more recovery on whiff, but it reaches really high. I can show you how high it reaches. So it can reach all the way up here, which is like really good because now you gotta stop them from going above you like this, and they just 2H. But since it's forward moving, sometimes you can end up into situations like this where he goes over by accident. Which, Blue Goku, please don't do that to me. It will cost me matches in tournament. His special moves like Lariat are frame 4 or frame 1 key blast invo. Light Lariat is frame 4 key blast invo. Goes pretty far. I believe it is 12 frames when you're far, 9 frames up close. So that's really good. Medium Lariat is pretty slow, but it is frame 1 key blast involved, unlike Light Lariat. EX also is frame 1 key blast involved. Teleports takes a lot longer to get to your opponent, but it's still pretty good for whenever somebody tries to zone you out. So let's say you're fighting Frieza, which you'll probably never see because that character is bleh. Dive kick is also really good. It goes at a great angle and can be used for mix-ups, since he teleports with EX dive kick. Also unscaled damage. Let's show right now. This damage is unscaled. 1500 for level 1 and 1500 for the dive kick. He has a frame 17 commando that also goes into another hit. So in case they do jump it or you whiff, this happens that you're -5 on block. So unlike somebody like Z Broly that would whiff and he would just have all that recovery, even though it doesn't look like any, he would still have a decent bit of recovery, and he would just be in your face, so you get a medium. But this one isn't the same since you get an extra hit. So EX is like that, and Light is like that. Medium is not like that, sadly. So I think it is the worst of his command throws. Also, it is frame 26. EX is frame 24. So that's it for the special moves. Special moves are really good, especially the command throws and the dive kicks. Those are my favorites. I love the Lariats too. Love them both. Gotta love your special moves, boys. Next, we'll go into combos. His combos pretty simple, right? You've seen them before. He has the normal BnB combos, which is just, you know, the rejumps and stuff like that. Now, yeah, he has the normal, the J2H, the Dragon Ball BnB, as I like to say. But he also has really complicated combos, which you have to know your spacing for, or like you would drop it. But these are like the really good combos. just like you got to know your height too. Your height is very important when you come down with the JS. So if you don't know your spacing, that will happen. So you will get that combo and it will drop. The enemy will go behind you, but if you do it correctly, it will look like this. And you end it off with either EX dive kick or assist. It doesn't really matter. Corner combos, you've seen them before. You love them. Just you do the loops 3 or 2 times, depending on the starter. So if I was off of light starter, I would do it 2 times to get a decent knockdown and use my J28 smash. If I do it off of 2M, you would get something like this. So you would get the nice so that happens sometimes if you don't let the height recorrect, or if you let the height recorrect, my bad. So that'll happen sometimes, and you have to be able to realize so you can go into J28. If I could actually do this combo, it would be so much cooler. Oh, for this combo, 25 hit is the magic number, so you can't go over 25 because it will drop. Okay, the scaling will allow you to go over 25 hits right there, unless you do like maybe a dive kick ender, which doesn't really count as going over 25 hits. Another combo of a medium. So since you're doing this combo of a medium, this will only give you 2 reps. See how much damage I'm doing, even though like I didn't even finish the combo, but I'm still doing a lot of damage. But you have to end it off with EX dive kick there because you use so much scaling. Off of 5H, you actually get 3 reps here because there was no normals before it. And yeah, it's just straight 5H. Yeah, I'm not a particular fan of this combo, honestly, but you have to do what you gotta do. You gotta hit these combos, fellas. Another thing that is important for Blue Goku players to know, if you're gonna play this character, is to learn how to convert off of assist. So converting off of assist is not an easy thing. That is probably the last thing you're probably gonna want to learn with Blue Goku. It's not easy at all. I don't expect everybody to do it, but I think that if you're going to play a character, you have to play it at the fullest potential. So you have to be able to do everything the character wants to do. So you're gonna want to get hits like this. You want to make the damage count if they get hit by an assist. I accidentally dropped that combo because I stopped pressing the button. But yeah, you want everything to count off of this, or off of like whatever hits you get. Even if it's a vanish confirmed, it's a key blast confirmed, something like that. Like you want these hits. Wow, I cannot be any more of a and that'll happen sometimes. Obviously, I already went over that. You messed that up. Wow, the button's not coming out. It's hurting my feelings. But yeah, basically. Oh, another one I want to mention actually is getting confirms off a key blast. I definitely did that wrong. So getting confirms off a key blast, stuff like that. That's something like I think only Blue Goku can do for full screen, which is really good, really important because it taps into his full screen damage, and doing stuff like this is also important. So the new change to EX shoulder tackle makes this possible because when you're in hit stun in the air, he teleports instantly. So you notice how it's frame 15 instead of frame 34. Yeah, so that'll happen when somebody is in hit stun in the air. So yeah, stuff like that. You want to be able to maximize these confirms because you don't know when you're gonna get another hit. This isn't like, oh, I'm gonna get a hit, so it doesn't matter. Yay! No, you can't do that. You want to make sure people die or to kill them. See, like I'm trying to kill Krillin because he doesn't want me to do this combo. But yeah, you want to make sure all the confirms count. But next we're gonna go with the mix-ups. I think that should be the next thing we go with. So yeah. Alright. So mix-ups consist of stuff like command throw, EX dive kick, EX command throw sometimes. Even shoulder tackle can be used in mix-up. So I'm gonna show you exactly how to use it to put into a mix-up. So for Blue Goku, you can do stuff like this. So if you have running momentum, you can take the 5L, something important to learn. So you can set up like something like this. Easy, right? Easy. He can also take throw off of his new 2M. So you remember how I said I was going to get into the usefulness of his 2M? So stuff like this. I messed up. But you have to be careful, because if you try to cancel too late, you can't. You will become -10 and you can't cancel. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I've been playing this character for so long, it's hard to get the non-cancel window. So like, damn, I didn't get it even there. So like there, you can't cancel if you go too deep in, so that'll be a problem. But if you can get the timing right, you can make this a 50-50, because it'll be either this or this, and they have to guess. And then if you get hit by a medium starter, they die. They will die. Next is the EX dive kick confirms, or not confirms, but EX dive kick mix-ups. So stuff like this. I messed up. So like, damn it, the PKs are so bad. But yeah, you could get left rights from this. Then you get left rights from that, yeah. But like, I bet y'all are wondering like, why are you TKing it? Didn't you just do it off of 2H? So the reason you don't do it off of 2H is simple, right? So I bet y'all come across this. This will happen, and you won't be able to get your mix-up on, because people love to guard cancel his 2H, because you can't 2H them for guard canceling it. The only thing you could do here, you can't even super them because it trades. Oh, you have to super them late. Okay, so that's good to know, right? But you don't want to waste the bar, and you have to delay the dive kick a lot, because you can't do this instantly, because the guard cancel will trade, as you saw before. But you can't do it too late, because this will happen. But yeah, so there's also other mix-ups you can do off of EX dive kick. So this is one I love to do with Kid Buu. Right, I forgot I still have him in guard cancel. Oh, let me show you the good thing about doing TK on guard cancel. So this will happen a lot. If people try to guard cancel your TK, this will happen, and you get a full combo into their health bar explodes. And who doesn't like to see a good health bar explode? Am I right, guys? You know what I'm saying? Am I right? But yeah. But there's other mix-ups you can do off of it. So you can do this. This is my favorite mix-up, because it's like, oh my god, what side am I going? And it's like, oh, you don't know what side I'm going? Oh, I'm here. And like, you know, or you can be like, oh, oops. Or you can be like, oh, I'm here. And that happens. And then like, it's like, whoa, you're never gonna guess all of these options. Like, you could even do this if you really want to let them know. That's hard to do though. So I wouldn't recommend it. But oh, I messed up. But yeah, y'all get the idea. Ooh, super late Dragon Rush. That's hard to tech. But anyways, yeah, y'all get the idea. So you could even use EX Rocket Kick, or not Rocket Kick, EX Lariat as a mix-up, because he does keep his air action here. So he can't ID, and he doesn't have landing lag, just so y'all know. So if y'all choose to sing with somebody like that, or sing with somebody like this, and then it's a mix-up. I didn't show y'all this combo, but this combo is actually pretty good mid-screen. I almost forgot to point it out. So this is a combo I like going for. So it's pretty good when you're close to the corner, but you don't want to use your 5H. So I'm sorry I forgot to do that combo, but that combo will be in the mix-up section, so that's fine. Forgive me, but yeah. And then the great thing about EX dive kick, that not only can you do it off of TKs, you can do it off of random situations like this. You're like, oh wait, you're like, oh, we're in neutral, you stood still for 5 seconds, and now you're in a mix-up. I did that. But yeah, but stuff like this is so good, because you just get an instant mix-up. Like they can't even like understand what's happening while they're getting mixed. They're just like, oh no, I'm in neutral, I'm safe, and then whoa, mix up. It's kind of like some Kid Buu or some Kid Buu stuff. So like y'all know how you hate Kid Buu, right? But like he's also one of those characters where it's like, whoa, I'm gonna put you in a mix up instantly. I'm trying to get the very good version of that. Like it's supposed to look like that, where he turns around ever so slightly, but he also like he also comes back into the same side. It's hard to get that version, but that version is also really good. And the best part about this is you don't need your air dash to do this mix up. So since it's a left right, you don't need your air dash to do it. So yeah, that's about it for the mix up category. This character is very cheap. I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, this is very cheap. But yeah, that should be about it for the mix-up category. And next, we should go into level 3 Oki. And we could also go into neutral sequences while we're at it. So let's do that. So neutral is very easy. Like it's very simple, not too complicated. It's very just normal Dragon Ball movement. You float around, you do key blast, do falling button. His falling jam reaches very far. So like I could be like right here and it'll reach. So you see that very far reaching normal. It's 2M, also can be used in neutral. There's Lariat, very good neutral button. If you hit it high enough, or I should say low enough, you can become -2, as you saw. It goes from -5 to -2, varies like a Lariat. Also, as I mentioned before, Frame Forward Key Blast Evolve, very good. And I mentioned this before in the mix-up section, where this is a very nice thing to do, which is go do dive kick, and then you get a mix-up instantly. One of my favorite things to do actually with this character is to get that mix-up. You saw how he turned around ever so slightly, but then switched back sides again. But this time I'm doing it I'm in neutral, you're standing there like I mentioned before, but you're in the mix-up. Just same thing with the EX dive kick. Very easy stuff. Sometimes I like to play very defensively with him. I use his Key Blast, because if I use his Key Blast, I get a confirm off of it, and I go into a real combo. You can go into loops if you're close enough to the corner. That's the good thing about knowing your spacing with this character. You could also get a combo confirm with EX dive kick, so that's good. You can also use stuff like instant transmission. I didn't go over instant transmission, I don't think at all in the special move section. I might have missed it, I'm sorry, but instant transmission is +3 move, sets up tick throw. It also is a lot of startup, but it's hard to see compared to this move, so it's hard to 2H, and it's hard to see compared to this move because he also teleports. So stuff like that is very important to use, especially in neutral. Like in neutral, like you can set it up very simply like this, and the opponent has no idea what's going on. So it's like, oh, you did that, or you did this, and same side transmission is unscaled. So if you notice, this will be a lot of damage. This will be a lot of damage, and it also sets some level 3 Oki. The level 3 Oki I do is it varies depending on the resources I have, but sometimes I do Super Jump IED Float or Super Jump IED Fast Fall. So I'll show the Fast Fall version right now. So that's the Fast Fall low version. The other version, which is also really good, which you can do sometimes, is you can do IED Fast Fall Command. Very hard to see. So yeah, that's another level 3 Oki I like to do is depending on the resources I have. So let's, for instance, for my team I have Kid Buu assist, right? I would set up something like this, and then they would have to guess the mix-up. It's very hard to see, not reactable at all. So yeah, And then you get a full combo. Like that. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's it for level 3 Oki. And also neutral sequences. I put that in one section because I feel like level 3 Oki isn't too like hard to do, and it's not only that, it's not very what's the word, very potent, I should say, compared to most of his other stuff. Like I think the level 3 Oki is very strong, but I don't like think that is his like it's not like very what's the word, it's not very it's not too deep. That's what I should say. It's not too deep. It's nothing very special. Mid screen, I forgot to go over the mid screen actually. So mid screen, it's not anything very too hard. You could do this Oki I would do. So that makes you plus enough to 2M him meaty, or you do run up command throw, or you could just do ID safe jump. You could also do moon jump to do it. So like you would be right here and you would just do a moon jump. And then you do moon jump JM or moon jump T blast, something like that. Not very, you know, not very special, just normal stuff. But yeah, that's it for level 3 Oki and his neutral stuff. Next we're gonna go into fully scaled level 3 damage and also fully scaled level 1 damage. Plus he has level 5, so we're gonna go into that too. So with Blue Goku, his level 1 isn't too strong. He only gets at least 700 damage, something like that. Yeah, that was like 750 or 740, something like that. Not too strong. His level 3 damage. His level 3 damage is I guess it's decently strong. I think it does like 1800 damage, which is like on the stronger side of the game. I believe it does that much. Let me do that combo. So I believe there's a way to check actually fully scaled damage. Ah, there it is. Reset damage information. So this is how much the damage will do. Yeah, 1700, 1773. Let's go check the level 1 again. 750, like I said. And now this is like the important one. Let's go see level 5 damage. Let's get the count. Well, maybe 1 Repel loop or something. Make it scale a lot. Add some shaft. Reset damage. So we're just gonna hold it. And then level 5 does, I would say 2700 here, 2700, 2659. Very strong. A lot of damage for extra 2 bars. If you ever need 2 bars to kill because you have a weak team like my own, you use that. You pick it. But yeah, that's it for the damage. Nothing too special, but he does have a level 5, so he becomes a little bit stronger. Next, we're gonna go into Blue Goku's assist. The assist that I believe is his best assist is his A assist because it tracks full screen. Well, it's 29, 30 frame startup, and can be anti-aired, which is pretty big. I can show it right now actually. You can anti-air his assist because he comes from the air, obviously. That jailed. Yeah, so that'll happen. Anti-air, bam. So that'll happen. You know, that's okay, you know, but like if you could set it up with a good character like my own, or not let that happen, that'll happen. And then yeah, so stuff like that is like good if you have the characters for it. But yeah, I believe that's his best assist. Kid Buu gets that too, so with Kid Buu you can do this, and you get full screen block string. That's the same with a lot of characters. There's also his B assist, which I believe is really good. A lot of people like his B assist. B assist is a lariat assist. I believe 20 frame startup up close, plus 29, if I remember correctly. So plus 29. Also, yeah, very fast. Also, it keeps the same properties as the normal move. So key blast symbol has a lot of hit stun, by the way, like the normal move. So, has a lot of hit stun. Go into full combo. And then yeah, so stuff like that is really good. Let's see his C assist, which I believe is his worst assist. Let's go look at it real quick. We don't pick C assist around here, guys, just so we know. But if you want to pick C assist, you know, I'm not gonna judge you or anything. I'm just gonna, you know, judge you. But yeah, C assist 45 frames startup. Like most C assists takes a long time to start up. Also 35 frame advantage, so not too much from A and B assist, but it goes full screen. Also can be anti-air if I remember correctly. So we're gonna set it. Also can be anti-air. Well, okay. Yeah, can be anti-air. See. Also, so it tracks, but I don't believe the tracking is very good on this assist. Most assists in this game don't have really good tracking, so okay, it hit him there, but something like that it can miss, which is like pretty bad. It does go a little high, so that's really good. But like, if you miss the assist, you have to deal with the assist cooldown, which is like 13 seconds, which is pretty bad. But you know, if you want to play it, you can play it. I believe A assist though is a winner for that assist. I know what you guys are thinking. Yo, can't you just jump this assist too, and it'll whiff sometimes? Yeah, it'll whiff sometimes, but the hitbox on it is so good that it's kind of hard to whiff. Another thing is that it can be used as a Vegito type assist. So since it spawns in back of you when you're up close, you'll notice that like since it spawns there, it spawns kind of like Vegito assist, so you can use it as a defensive assist. And this assist also causes sliding knockdown. So if I were to do something like this, right? If I were to do something like that, I can get a level 1 off because he's in sliding knockdown state. It also keeps the same state, so it's like you can only up tech or delay tech or neutral tech, which you can't delay up tech because that's not a thing you could do on normal sliding knockdown. But yeah, that's why I think this assist is the best assist. So the fact that you can do stuff like this, it makes it so good. Like for certain characters, you get things like this, which is so I think that's broken. But yeah, that's it for his assists. It's just pretty good. I think A and B are pretty good assists. You can pick C if you want. I will not tell you not to pick C, except that I will. But yeah. Alright guys, I think that is it for the guide. Thank you for watching this guide from DashFight. Please sub to DashFight so you can get more guides, show your appreciation for these guides. I think these guides are very informative. I hope I helped you guys with the characters. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment if I missed anything, and I appreciate the company.
Yeah!